This segment brought to you by Kansas Farm Bureau, the voice of agriculture. To join today or more information, go to kfb.org or find us on Facebook and Twitter. Just chuckling because, we just got through with an election not that long ago. And then you think, what's funny about politics? But there's, we've had a lot of great sayings and characters.
What's not tragic is funny. You've got to laugh to keep from crying a lot of the times.
Yeah.
Even though we both have good friends among the Kansas legislature who are not crazy, but, it's like you get them under the dome and something happens, doesn't it, Frank?
Yeah.
It's just...
It's like wearing a little hat made out of tinfoil.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, the dome's copper, so maybe they put tinfoil in it. I don't know.
Maybe. Could go back to that alien thing. We were talking about the abduction thing. Maybe that's got something to do with it.
Could be.
Could be a landing thing up there. I don't know. A portal. Yeah. There we go. That's how urban legends get started, isn't it? Well, let's take a look at some of the more pithy and not so, actually they're sort of pessimistic comments for the most part about politics. There's an old joke about the oldest profession being prostitution. The punchline is that politics is the oldest profession because who do you think created the chaos from which God formed the world? Kansas has a long tradition of political participation. People move to Kansas to vote, a unique story among the states. We have always enjoyed a higher than average voter turnout and have had a disproportionately high number of national candidates like Alf Landon and Bob Dole. President Dwight D. Eisenhower, arguably among our most historically significant leaders, said the proudest thing he could say was that he was from Kansas. So, let us Kansans reflect upon politics, not just this year's election, but the nature of politics, unchanged since the beginning of time. John Kenneth Galbraith no doubt expressed the opinion of many folks when he commented, "Politics is the art of choosing between the disastrous and the unpalatable." And another timely quote comes from Gore Vidal. By the time a man gets to be presidential material, he's been bought 10 times over. And even more depressing from Aesop. We hang the petty thieves and appoint the great ones to public office. Will Rogers has been the go-to pundit for decades, and he never disappoints. "I don't make jokes, I just watch the government and report the facts," he said. He also came up with this little gem: a fool and his money are soon elected. Likewise, Mark Twain. Suppose you were an idiot, and suppose you were a member of Congress. But I repeat myself. I have always been a fan of Ambrose Bierce and the Devil's Dictionary, which contains the following. Conservative, noun, a statesman who is enamored of existing evils, as distinguished from the liberal who wishes to replace them with others. President Lyndon Baines Johnson had a reputation for plain speech, and he could not have said it plainer. Being president is like being a jackass in a hailstorm. There's nothing to do but stand there and take it. The UK's Maggie Thatcher expressed my personal sentiments best when she said, "I am extraordinarily patient, provided I get my own way in the end." Ken Hubbard said, "We would all like to vote for the best man or woman, but he or she is never a candidate." Whatever your feelings about the presidential election of 2016, remember, we're all in this together. And let us remember the limits of power in that high office. In the immortal words of our Kansas neighbor, President Harry Truman, all the president is a glorified public relations man who spends his time flattering, kissing, and kicking people to get them to do what they are supposed to do anyway.
Well, we have to go. I'm Frank.
I'm Deb.
And we'll see you somewhere
Around Kansas.
Closed captioning brought to you by Ag Promo Source. Together we grow. Learn more at agpromosource.com.